is crazy. And I hate to say it, I sold my 5 here recently. I couldn't get more than $400 for it with a lens. So I mean, that's the going rate because technology keeps moving so fast. So when you really think about what you pay for rental, okay, versus you can now go out and buy something. Maybe it's a year old, but again, cinema quality. You can pick it up for what it would cost you to rent it for a few days. Now I'm going to let you guys go back and talk.
Well,
thanks, man.
That sounds like maybe Gary Tombstone Anderson will be a resource for you guys, maybe to save some money down the road here when you're going out, gathering your new equipment for these kinds of productions. But it's always kind of nice to know some folks who got some history on this whole area as well. So good for you.
By the way, something I wanted to announce too, and this is just happening, so you guys are the first people to hear about this. But we are launching an Indiegogo campaign for the documentary to help us cover some of the gas and equipment rentals and car rentals, things like that, to help us get up there. So we just shot the first part of our little video, kind of explaining what's up, what's happening here with this. We shot that yesterday, and then tonight, actually, in about 15 minutes, we're going to be shooting the second half of it. So we'll have all that together. So later on this week, we're launching the Indiegogo campaign, and we're going to be giving away special rewards for, like different amounts. We're looking at, for example, you can pre-order the documentary, so you can be one of the first people to see it. So we'll be having special prizes and so forth that you can claim as well. So, we'll keep you guys in the loop on that when that launches.
Wow. Well, that'll be great. So, for instance, the Indiegogo campaign, people can actually donate to the cause in that regard?
You betcha. And we're offering stuff in return. So, for $20, you get to have special access to the documentary before it comes out, so you can see it through our Vimeo app and stuff like that. So we're giving away special prizes.
Wow, that will be wonderful. And the actual product is then going to be premiered, obviously, or is it going to be something that people can see in the theaters at one point?
Yes, we're going to be launching a theater on demand event, which is really cool. It's a company called Tug, and what you do is if enough people show interest in a city to show the movie, the local Regal, AMC, or Cinemark, whatever it is, will actually pick a night and they'll show the movie. So you can come get tickets and watch the movie on the big screen. So that's going to be our first stage. When it comes to premiering the documentary, one of our goals is to look at premiering it at the McMinnville UFO Festival. So we're still trying to see if that's an option, but if anybody out there is listening and wants to see it at the McMinnville UFO Festival as a premiere, go ahead and contact them on their Facebook page or something and let them know, hey, we want to see this documentary premiere there. So we'll see what happens. But, we're looking to do a really fun premiere. We've already done 2 premieres for our last films. We have red carpet, limo, we have photo backdrop, we have the full 10 yards. And it's a really fun night.
Oh, that would be wonderful. Now, let me ask you this. Can the fans show up as well and get involved in the premieres?
You betcha. Absolutely. That's what it's all about. It's all about, having fun and connecting with the fans and the people who, want to see the film and are at the forefront. So that's our goal. We're not able to make films without an audience, right? And so we want to connect with our audience as much as possible because they're what's important to us.
Wow. Yeah. Interesting. That'll be something to look forward to. And matter of fact, the McMinnville UFO Festival every year around March, I believe it is. Down there in McMinnville, Oregon, is the largest UFO paranormal festival in the United States. Even larger as far as people attending the conference than Roswell, by the way. So that would be the perfect place to premiere the film, I would imagine, because we had, Jeremy Corbell was there last year with his film, the Hunt for Skinwalker, and that's coming out as well. So what a great venue for you guys.
Oh, yeah. By the way, Jeremy is an awesome filmmaker. Got to talk to him quite a bit. And his new movie, Hunt for the Skinwalker, is coming out soon. You can pre-order it on Vimeo, and it looks awesome. I can't wait to see it.
And, of course, if people don't know what the Skinwalker Ranch is all about, they can Google that term and find out all of the strange paranormal activity that has been happening on this ranch in, is it Nevada or is it Utah, Phillp?
I think it's New Mexico.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, it's a.
Jeremy's probably going to correct me on this. Let me see here. I'm kind of curious. Let's see. Skinwalker Ranch is depicted in Utah.
Oh, interesting. That's what I thought. Okay.
It is Utah. Yep.
And it's close to, or if not, right on some American Indian sacred lands that they have decided that they need to leave alone for this entity or entities that live out in this area. And of course, someone purchased the ranch and developed it about 70 years ago and had experienced cryptids, 4 foot tall at the shoulder wolves that seem to shapeshift. All sorts of amazing activity that happened even with UFOs, and the idea that the scientists that came out to the ranch to try to document all this stuff, just like you guys were doing, were dumbfounded with the fact that their cameras were even turned off, or their power cables were cut, and they didn't see anyone doing this at the time. So it's interesting kind of a documentary that you guys are doing with out there in Utah on this famous Skinwalker Ranch. I can't wait to see Jeremy Corbell's film as well.
Oh, yeah, you betcha.
Well, the whole idea of the Wade brothers and Ambition Pictures is quite a fresh approach to the paranormal. It's actually going out and participating in the filming of the exact subject that you want to study. Have you guys always been into the paranormal yourselves, or is this something that you're just kind of discovering now?
Well, we've always been. I've always loved the strange, the unknown. It's always fascinated. Both of us. So I think it's an incredible opportunity for us now to be able to take our artistic filmmaking side, but also the real life adventure side, and merge those two together. We get to live in the best of both worlds.
Yeah, yes. Absolutely. I would echo that as well. The mysterious world has been a big part of our lives for a long time. Cryptozoology has been a huge part in my life as well, going back to when I was 13 years old. So I've been a member of the British Columbia Scientific Cryptozoology Club for many years, and I've been active in the research on prehistoric survivors. So I made a documentary on that about 10 years ago, roughly 10 years ago, maybe 12 now. But anyhow, made a documentary on it and traveled around. I did speaking engagements with Tim, and we talked about prehistoric survivors and monsters living in New Guinea and Africa. and I know all the guys who do expeditions there looking for like surviving dinosaurs and things like that. So that's been a big interest as well.
So there actually are sighting reports of pterodactyls or dinosaurs as well that people are investigating?
Oh, yeah, people are definitely investigating this stuff in New Guinea. There's an island off the coast there called New Britain Island, and there's been lots of missionaries and a few explorers that have claimed to have seen pterodactyls in that area, in that vicinity there. It's a pretty much unexplored area when it comes to the terrain. It's very inhospitable. As a matter of fact, a couple of years ago, I went up to the Tri-Cities area, and I interviewed some missionaries from New Tribes Missions who claim to have seen pterodactyls there on a regular basis. There's a big ridge there where there's a river at the bottom of it, and apparently these creatures would come hover in the updrafts. And they had a wingspread of about 4 feet. And one of the ladies, her name is Harriet, I believe she's passed away now, but I got everything on tape before she died, and she talked about looking at it from about 6 feet away as it was hovering in the wind, and she described what the eyes looked like.
Oh my gosh! Yeah. Can you imagine?
So we're actually crazy.
Go ahead.
We're actually conceptualizing the idea of heading on. I have a couple of friends that went to the New Britain Island area a couple of years ago to look for the pterodactyl reports, and one of them said that he may have seen one actually. So I went up and met with him a couple of weeks ago, and we're conceptualizing the idea of making a documentary there looking for one of the dinosaur-type survivors. Whenever that materializes, we'll see what happens.
Oh, definitely. Well, gosh, keep us up to date on that. If you find anything that's notable, we would like to be able to break that news on Night Dreams Talk Radio. But of course, we're coming down to the end of the show here tonight, and wanted just to thank both of you. We've got Phillp and Tim Wade, the Wade brothers from Ambition Pictures. And of course, let's run through just real quickly where people can watch your productions and then get on your websites to be able to check you out as well. And then we'll send everybody off for the evening. Go ahead.
Oh, perfect. Yeah. Well, you know what? First of all, Michael, thank you for having us on the show tonight. Really do appreciate it. It's a pleasure talking with you and, chatting about these different concepts and stories and all that. So first thing, go to Facebook, like our page, look up Wade Brothers on Facebook, like our page. We'll have links to all of our stuff on there. And of course, you can always go to our website, ambition.pictures, and you can see some of our movies there. So, yeah, that's and of course, we have a movie called Manifest on Amazon Prime, so you're more than welcome to watch that as well.
Which is a free... You're welcome, Tim and Phillp, and obviously I wanted to mention your Manifest film is a free download at Amazon, is that right?
Yep, that is right.
Well, that'll be great. That'll be fun to watch. But again, I'm looking forward to watching you guys as you produce your interesting and potentially strange productions. At least the Mount Adams documentary sounds like a very exciting production coming up. And I want to thank both of you. And, of course, you guys need to thank all of your brothers and your sister for, allowing you to do what you do out there, and we can't wait to watch your products there. So thank you again, and we'll be talking to you another time.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Michael.
You're welcome. Good night.
Good night. All right. Have a good evening.
Well, that was it, ladies and gentlemen. That's the wrap-up for the Night Dreams Talk Radio tonight. We want to thank Gary Tombstone Anderson for doing the board op tonight and for jumping in with some very timely questions.